Hola, ¿qué pasa? Today we have a live album reaction for you on our album reaction channel. It's our second channel. And just before we get started, a couple of things. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and our main channel. And also, if you donate to our channel, either via coffee.com or directly on some of our YouTube videos on our main channel, we will guarantee and prioritize a reaction request for you. That can be an album, a whole album request like this one, or it could be a single song reaction, which we do on our main channel. Now, Brett doesn't know what we're going to be reacting to today, although I've given him a little bit of a clue.
Might be a Spanish-related thing or South American, except Brazil.
Very good, right. You are correct. We're going to be reacting to Kevz. Remember him?
Kevz, yeah. Neymar,
that's the one.
Gabriel's mate.
Not actually sure where he's from. I think he's from South America, but not Brazil. A Spanish-speaking country. So, yeah, I found an album of his. Let's have a look. It's a new album released this year. It's 31 minutes, 31 seconds long. It contains 9 songs. And what I like about this is that the first 5 songs, so basically half the album pretty much, or just over half, seem to be like English-speaking songs, well-known songs.
Yeah.
But the last 4 are Spanish songs. So it's a nice little mix, that.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the songs then that we might know. Lose Control, Beautiful Thing, Somewhere Only We Know, Train. The only one I recognise is Somewhere Only We Know.
Yeah, and that's if it's that particular
that?
song. Keen did the original one.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Kev's doing Keen.
In Spanish.
Lose Control is sticking out for me as well.
Yeah,
but I feel like that's more, maybe there's probably a lyric with that in there. But Beautiful Things, again, Beautiful Things is such a generic title. Yeah, otherwise, don't recognise Trainwreck. Don't think I'm really Imperfect for you either. So again, there could be ones we recognise when they start playing, or maybe not, and we're going to have it for the first time.
So have you got high hopes for this album?
Yes, I've enjoyed a bit of Kevz and singing with Gabriel. Interesting what he's like on his own, because I think we quite liked him with Gabriel because it was almost like boy band like from there, and maybe on his own is he? I get a feel. I'm assuming he might be like a Gabriel-esque type singer on his own potentially, but otherwise I really don't know. So, but you said obviously we've got some English songs. So it's a bit of a mix-up from there. Let's see what Kevz can do on his own.
Just before we start, Backstreet Brett's just going to read the title of the album for you all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. I think he just said... I think he had a bit of an audio issue there. I think he said Canciones que nunca me dejarán de gustar. Isn't that right?
No, I think de gustar.
He said de gustar. Okay, right. Let's go.
Algo no me deja ni dormir y no me reconozco, ya no. Ya no encuentro ni por dónde salir. El diablo a mi puerta llamó. Y la verdad, no puedo más. No soy bueno para estar solo, mi amor. Quiero contenerme, intento no arrancarme la piel que en mis huesos quedó. Porque yo pierdo el control cuando no estás aquí. Me estoy derrumbando y justo frente a ti pierdo el control cuando no estás aquí. Si estoy destrozado es por lo que hiciste en mí. Algo malo. El problema es que tener tu cuerpo es como estar drogado. Eres un mal hábito tú. Por eso pido más de tu amor, porque necesito tu luz. Magia bajo luna azul. Algo malo. Me volví un adicto despiadado. Necesito seguir, devórame así. Me arrodillé frente a ti. No te alejes de mí, baby, please. Oh, pierdo el control cuando no estás aquí. Me estoy derrumbando y justo frente a ti pierdo el control cuando no estás aquí. Si estoy destrozado es por lo que hiciste en mí. Pierdo el control cuando no estás aquí. Me estoy derrumbando y justo frente a ti pierdo el control cuando no estás aquí. Si estoy destrozado es por lo que hiciste en mí.
Right, so yeah, I recognise that song. I can't put my finger on it, but I think it's because it's maybe in Spanish, so I'm not picking up on, like, I don't know what the English lyrics are as such, but it definitely sounds like a song that I know, that I've heard before. So maybe Brett will be able to tell us what that is shortly. If not, we'll have a look online. So yeah, listen, it was a really good, strong performance from Kevz. You could hear the emotion in his voice. Obviously, he did that song with, or a couple of songs with Gabrielle, but I don't think he sounds anything like Gabrielle. He's got his own feel to him, his own voice, not as high pitched, I'd say, as Gabrielle. So yeah, it was a good song, well sung, and I'm just kind of intrigued as to what song this is, like who actually sings this. So Backstreet Brett, over to you.
I just need to probably get your phone out whilst I'm chatting here. I'm struggling. I mean, most of that song I was trying to think and picture who the artist was, and I just couldn't. The likes of like Tom Walker was coming to mind, and something like along those lines there. I can't. As soon as you say the name, I'll know it straight away.
I can tell you the name. Teddy Swims.
Okay, I lied. I wouldn't recognise him. I would never have got that in a million years. But I do recognise the song.
Yeah.
Song I like as well, and I think I said this on our last video, well, with Gabrielle and Kevz, and how it sounds also so right and correct in Spanish as well. So it'd be interesting if how much of the lyrics get changed to make it fitting. So it astounds me how he can feel like it fits in so well when it's a totally different language. Yeah, going back to Kevz and his voice, so yeah, definitely distinctively different to Gabrielle. And I don't prefer one over the other, but yeah, definitely is a slightly deeper voice. Definitely had a bit of emotion coming through in that song as well. And I think very, very well sung and a really good, strong opening to this album.
Yeah, let's go to the next one then, which is Beautiful Things.
Fue difícil ver atrás, pero ahora voy de nuevo, olvidando el crudo invierno que pasó. A mi familia agradar fue un desafío, pero amor, has encantado sin dudar si tú eres lo mejor. Por ti siempre agradeceré, porque Dios todo hace bien, pero lo que puede darte lo quita también. Por eso te abrazaré y así de ti nunca soltarme. No hay temor más grande que pensar que puedo perderte. Ya no quiero perderte. Please, ven y quédate un poco más, porque mi todo te puedo entregar. Please, ven y quédate un poco más. No ves las cosas que quiero mostrar. Please, no ves. Vuelvo en razón, recuperé lo que perdí confiando en mi fe. Y luego de pronto una parte de mí espera lo peor. Sé que no debería reclamar. Tengo paz y tengo amor, pero pienso que al final perderé todo. Ves, ven y quédate un poco más. No ves las cosas que quiero mostrar. Please, ven y quédate un poco más. Eres lo único que me queda.
Right, a round of applause there from Backstreet Brett. So I'm guessing you like that one.
Yeah, I like that one. It's a song I recognise. Again, maybe whilst I'm talking, you may want to do research unless you know the answers.
Got my phone out. Here we go.
Start typing, Beautiful Things on that one there. Where confusion I then had at one point where I thought there were two, because I recognised the song at the start, and then we had sort of what turned out to be the main chorus. I actually thought was a different song. I thought I recognised that as well, but as a different song. I didn't think they were part of the same songs. I thought, oh wow, it's been two good songs I recognise. Can't remember who sang them. Again, you might mention a name, I might remember them. But then because then the chorus bit didn't happen again, I was like, no, actually, maybe this is the entire. So I just may probably have heard them at different points and maybe performed them as different songs. But anyway, really, really nice song. Good opportunity to hear a range of vocals from Kevz there, and really like the sort of the deep, slower, more tender start there, and then that sort of more powerful-ish chorus bits as well, bring a bit more emotion to there. And again, I just, maybe because I recognised the original, it just felt so comfortable, even though I was listening, enjoying it, forgetting. I have no idea what they say. It's in a totally different language, but still really, really enjoyed that, and that's everything. Yeah, Kevz did a good performance, and as I say, we've got a nice range of his vocal talent.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that song actually, more than the first song. I know obviously they're not his own songs; he's just covering them. So nothing wrong with his singing in the first song. Just as an actual song, just preferred this. And like you, I think it's because it had that sort of nice, soft, tender start, and then that kind of more rocky kind of feel, which I wasn't expecting to go like that. It didn't feel like it was going to be that sort of song, so it took me by surprise. But really enjoyed it, sung really well, and kind of like the first song. Yeah, it rang a bell. I sort of recognised it, but not well enough to be able to sort of say, oh yeah, that's that particular song. But again, the language, again, the fact it's different words being used doesn't help in trying to match a song that we might possibly know. So it looks like this is a song by Benson Boone, who I've never heard of. But I still feel as though I have heard this song before. But yeah, really good, this one. Really, really good. And like you say, good variation of his voice, different styles. So yeah, excellent. Now the next one I am looking forward to, because Somewhere Only We Know, I'm expecting this to be, what was it called? They called again?
Keen.
Keen, yeah. Hopefully it will be that one, and in Spanish as well. Like Keen are like a sort of quintessential like British sort of band, aren't they? I can't imagine like the song in Spanish, but let's go for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Vacío está y caminé. Yo conocía el camino muy bien. Recuerdos que me hacen vivir, como ir al río y sentirme feliz. ¿A dónde fue todo el amor? Estoy envejeciendo y no puedo encontrarlo. Ya dime bien, dime si te veré. Ya no confío y aún así quiero creer. Al recordar un árbol vi y cada rama me miraba a mí. Tú sabes que es nuestro lugar, donde solíamos soñar y amar. ¿A dónde fue todo el amor? Estoy envejeciendo y no puedo encontrarlo. Ya dime bien, dime si te veré. Ya no confío y aún así quiero creer. Si tienes un minuto para irnos a ese lugar que conocimos, aunque el final podría ser, quiero ir contigo, solo ir contigo, solo ir contigo. ¿A dónde fue todo el amor? Estoy envejeciendo y no puedo encontrarlo. Ya dime bien, dime si te veré. Ya no confío y aún así quiero creer. Si tienes un minuto para irnos a ese lugar que conocimos, aunque el final podría ser, quiero ir contigo, quiero ir contigo. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Aunque el final
bass, so it wasn't that nice. Yeah, it took me a few seconds to definitely realise that it was that actually the song we were thinking of. And yeah, it was a different take on the song original by Keane. So that's more of a kind of sort of Britpop type song, whereas this was just him on his guitar singing. I'm not sure if I've heard a version of the song and sung in that way before or not. I may have done. And yeah, it just works so well in Spanish. I said, like, at the beginning, I can't imagine that this song being in Spanish, but like, if I didn't know the song, I just assume it was just a Spanish song. And yeah, really, really nice. He turned it into like a really nice kind of soft sounding song, and took it up in certain places when it needed to. And yeah, yet again, sung really well. I can't complain. I can only say positive things, and it was good. Monsieur.
Over to me, Monsieur. Yeah, amazing. I really, really enjoyed that. And it's funny because it's a song that I've heard a number of times, and I've probably even heard a number of times done in a softer, more slowed down version like this as well, but never heard in Spanish. And I don't know, maybe it's just a holiday feel. I don't know, just hearing in Spanish, it just feels so different. It just feels, I don't know, more romantic or more emotional. I don't know what it is, and maybe that's just biasness to the thing. But yeah, it just felt really, really nice to listen to. And yeah, of course, Kevz sang it fantastically well. And like I said, for a song that I was trying to say, I've heard so many times, I know so well, this almost felt like listening to it for the first time in a new, totally different way to me. Yes, it was recognizable. I'm not, I'm trying to say that it just felt very different. And yeah, it must be something with the Spanish words, Spanish sounding. Yeah, really enjoyed that.
Okay, the next track then is Trainwreck.
Sufro en silencio, esperando atento la señal que aún vivo. Voy enloqueciendo, no podré con esto. Hey, ¿qué hacer? ¿Cómo sigo? Ni con fe, ni el amor, ¿quién podrá ayudarme? Ven, rompe todo, solo no dejes que el tren se desvíe. Lograrás salvarme por las cenizas que deben renacer. No dejes que muera y ven, lograrás salvarme. Yeah. Yeah. Un lugar seguro, sé que siempre hubo. Hay un hogar dividido, reconstruirlo una vez más. Única posibilidad, lo tomarás, dime que tú lo harás. Ven, rompe todo, solo no dejes que el tren se desvíe. Lograrás salvarme por las cenizas que deben renacer. No dejes que muera y ven, lograrás salvarme. no dejes que el tren se desvíe. Por las cenizas que deben renacer, no dejes que muera y ven, lograrás salvarme. Lo harás, lo harás, lo harás, lo harás, lo harás.
Right, straight over to you for that one.
Yeah. I'm ready. Yeah, wow, really nice. I don't recognise the song, but it did feel like it had like a cover feel to it. And again, it just taken back for, you know, again, where it's just, you know, the Spanish language, again, feeling that a little bit more sort of emotion to it. And again, we had some really nice notes sung by Kevz in that one there, which felt great. It always felt like that you can imagine, I can almost imagine sort of Gabriel singing this type of song as well, and then putting some of his whistles into there. Not that it was me, I don't think I need it, but yeah, I don't know, I just suddenly was thinking of Gabriel singing this as one as well. And a bit like when we actually got first introduced to Kevz with Gabriel, and they sang a song which was a cover, which I didn't recognise, and ended up actually really finding the original, really enjoying the original and putting that on the playlist. I feel this song would be something along those lines as well. I feel like it'd be a song that I can imagine it really enjoying the original of that. I have no idea if it's exactly as the original was, or like the Keen song, it's been slowed down completely. Point being, it felt like a really, really nice song, sung amazingly well, and some really good notes done by Kevz as well.
Yeah, so I've just checked. I didn't recognise the song. It was sung by James Arthur. I think. Okay. Is it ex Crystal Palace? James McArthur.
Okay. Wow, one of really obscure people to get that joke. Okay, it's funny because like the songs previous, like recognise the song, suddenly as an artist recognise.
Yeah, I don't know the song exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So as for me, I'd say this is probably my least favourite song out the four. Again, I'm not taking anything away from Kev's singing abilities. It's more just the song itself. I just found it a little bit boring, perhaps. It wasn't, like we said with the second song, that it started off very sort of slow and nice, and it sort of got, you know, quite built up. Whereas this one, not so much. There was a bit towards the end where he did really put everything into it. So again, I'm not criticising Kev singing here. It's more just the song itself, not overly to my liking. But still, listen, he sang it well. I felt the emotion. So I think we move on to the next one, which is Imperfect for You in Spanish.
Mi amor, ven, tómame, viajando a tu guitarra al pasado. Mi amor, no van a entender, hoy guardaré tu dolor a mi lado. Fue contigo con quien rehice el cosmos. Algo te alejo, no quiero ser más ese tonto como solía. Voy mal, ansias, hay más y te amo. Puede estar mi amor, imperfecto soy. Me vi por ti, pude cambiar y debo admitirlo. Imperfecto soy. Ven y verás, quedan segundos antes que amanezca. Si hay de todo aquí, saca el vino y polvo en la mesa. Fue contigo y siempre lo harás. Voy mal en ansias, hay más y te amo. Puede estar mi amor imperfecto, soy heavy, me vi por ti, pude cambiar y debo admitirlo. Fue contigo mi un encanto a lo malo. Tan feliz de ser yo, mi alma hoy toma tu mano. Sin ti, voy mal, ansias, hay más y te amo. Puede estar mi amor imperfecto, soy heavy, me vi por ti, pude cambiar y debo admitirlo. Imperfecto soy, puede estar tan imperfecto soy, debo admitirlo. Imperfecto soy.
Right. I'm going to say it. I am going to say it. I am. There were parts of that song that I really did not like. So something did not work with that. I don't know if it, because I don't know the original. Didn't recognise it at all. You didn't either, so I have to check on my phone. So I don't know if it's because of the translation or if that's what the original was actually like. There were some really strange parts in there that just didn't quite fit in terms of the instrumentals and the singing. I can't really explain it exactly because you have to listen. I have to listen back to the song and say, "Oh, there it is. That's what I'm talking about." But it was the part where it kept going to the lyrics were imperfecto. At that moment, that was definitely where it happened at one stage. And I don't know, it just felt weird. Didn't feel right to me. Got a bit high pitched at times, too high pitched. So didn't really enjoy it. Bit critical of the singing style, possibly. Yeah, not for me. What about you?
Yeah, listen, I totally get where you're coming from. So before I said, oh, I imagined Gabrielle singing the song previous, but actually with this one, I felt Gabrielle, more of a Gabrielle song, maybe because it was a bit higher in parts, but at the start I felt like, oh, actually, no, this is what I could imagine Gabrielle singing more. I totally get the bit what you mean. Bits of sort of I didn't quite like from this comparison to the others was there was a bit more, I'm going to use the word production, but I don't really sort of mean that. But, like there was the bit with the high pitch bit that you didn't like. Obviously, it wasn't just him doing that. It was it's probably his own voice still, but, it felt like it's been made. Does that make what I'm trying to say? Like it's been tampered with and to there. And I say it was sang parts quite high as well. And yeah, it didn't flow as well in parts. I think it's a real difficult. I feel it's a song you probably might need to have heard the original to maybe appreciate that one a little bit more, perhaps. I don't know, because it feels like I've been really harsh on it. But I will praise, we are, maybe this could be the experimental song of the album, potentially. We are seeing more vocal range of Kevz and what he's capable. He's not just a
one-trick pony.
Deeper voice. I actually, all the songs have been fairly different, and this is different again. So, praise him to at least, try something maybe a bit different. But yeah, maybe this is one for Gabrielle to take the reins on and put some whistles in without something or another. I don't know.
Yeah, that was sung by Ariana Grande.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've heard of her. Yeah, don't know the song. And obviously, I don't know why I didn't think, it's obviously a female singing song, so obviously it's going to be a different... Well, I don't know, you can still take an original song and still sing in a different tone, but maybe it didn't work. I don't know what I was thinking about, but that kind of makes sense now with the song, I guess.
Right, it looks like that. Well, that's the end of the English covers. So these next 4 songs, I don't know whether they're Kev's own songs or whether they're covers as well from Spanish covers. So let's go for it. La gata bajo la lluvia. Let's go. Perfecto. Gracias.
Thanks.
I was gonna say grazie mille, but I realised it's Italian. Okay, let's go. Muchas gracias.
Amor, tranquilo, no te voy a molestar. Mi suerte estaba echada, ya lo sé. Y sé que hay un torrente dando vueltas por tu mente. Amor, lo nuestro solo fue casualidad. La misma hora, el mismo boulevard. No temas, no hay cuidado, no te culpo del pasado. Ya lo ves, la vida es así. Tú te vas y yo me quedo aquí. Lloraré y ya no seré tuya. Seré la gata bajo la lluvia y maullaré por ti. Amor, lo sé, no digas nada de verdad. Si ves alguna lágrima, perdón. Ya sé que no has querido hacer llorar un gato herido. Amor, si alguna vez nos vemos por ahí, invítame un café y hazme el amor. Si ya no vuelvo a verte, ojalá que tengas suerte. Ya lo ves, la vida es así. Tú te vas y yo me quedo aquí. Lloraré y ya no seré tuya. Seré la gata bajo la lluvia y ya lo ves, la vida es así. Tú te vas y yo me quedo aquí. Lloraré y ya no seré tuya. Seré la gata bajo la lluvia y maullaré por ti. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right, go for it.
Oh, it's me first, even number. Yeah, I'd say maybe I've got Gabrielle on the brain. So I said the previous track and the previous track before that. I can imagine Gabrielle singing. This one, though, I really couldn't imagine. I'm very
Maybe that's why they sing together, isn't it?
Yeah, essentially that's it. But this definitely had a Gabrielle feel to it. No, this what this really did kind of sort of remind me of, and it's not the best example I'm going to give here, but this feels like, and again, I'm only assuming, like a Spanish older song. So it's almost like the equivalent of someone covering like a Whitney Houston song, something that's very more vocal based. It had an older song feel to it. But again, sang amazing well from Kev. Really enjoyed, and again, I could just see myself just sort of relaxing into that. Again, have no idea the lyrics, no idea what's going on, but just feels really nice to listen to. Could there have been more elements to it? Possibly, but that would really be sort of nitpicking. I do think it had enough to it to be enjoyable. But if you want to go to like different levels, yeah, great. But yeah, nice song, nicely sung.
Okay, so yeah, for me, it wasn't an overly exciting song in terms of just how the song went. It was slow. But what I liked about it, I think you mentioned it, it was a very vocal focused song. It allowed Kevz to do different things with his voice, different parts of the song, different types of singing. So I really enjoyed it from that perspective. You could really hear his voice. And I've said this before. It's one of those songs that you've got to be a good singer to pull off, because it's all about the vocals. It's not one of those songs where you can kind of just hide away at the back with the instrumentals and whatever. So yeah, really good from that sense. We just heard different parts of Kevz and what a good singer he is. So we move on now to Azul.
Fue una mañana que yo te encontré, cuando la brisa besaba tu dulce piel, tus ojos tristes que al ver adoré, la noche en que yo te amé. Azul, cuando en silencio por fin te besé, sentí muy dentro nacer este amor azul. Hoy miro el cielo y en ti puedo ver la estrella que siempre soñé. Azul, y es que este amor es azul como el mar azul, como de tu mirada nació mi ilusión. Azul como una lágrima cuando hay perdón, tan puro y tan azul que embriagó el corazón. Y es que este amor es azul como el mar azul, como el azul del cielo nació entre los dos. Azul como el lucero de nuestra pasión, manantial azul que me llena de amor, como un milagro que tanto esperé. Eres la niña que siempre busqué. Azul es tu inocencia que quiero entender, tu príncipe azul yo seré. Azul es mi locura si estoy junto a ti, rayo de luna serás para mí. Azul y con la lluvia pintada de sol, por siempre serás solo tú. Azul, y es que este amor es azul como el mar azul, como de tu mirada nació mi ilusión. Azul como una lágrima cuando hay perdón, tan puro y tan azul que embriagó el corazón. Y es que este amor es azul como el mar azul, como el azul del cielo nació entre los dos. Azul como el lucero de nuestra pasión, manantial azul que me llena de amor, manantial azul que me llena de amor, de amor, de amor. Oh, azul, y es que este amor es azul como el mar azul, como de tu mirada nació mi ilusión. Azul como una lágrima cuando hay perdón, tan puro y tan azul que embriagó el corazón. Y es que este amor es azul como el mar azul, como el azul del cielo nació entre los dos. Azul como el lucero de nuestra pasión, manantial azul que me llena de amor. Y es que este amor es azul como el mar azul, como de tu mirada nació mi ilusión. Azul como una lágrima cuando hay perdón.
Okay, I'm going to say it. That's probably my favourite song of the album, I'd say. I don't know. I don't want to compare too much, but I did like the Keen cover as well. But I suppose that the advantage of the Keen cover was that I already knew the song and already kind of quite liked it, so that has already made it easy. Whereas this is something completely new that I never heard before. I think if we'd said we'll take a shot for every time you hear the word Azul, I think we'd be blind drunk by now, wouldn't we? I'll have to translate that word, see what that word means in Spanish.
Oh yeah, what's it mean?
That's all, because it's heard it a lot. Yeah, that was a really good song. I like the kind of like a sort of simple piano-based song. I'm not always a big fan of those types of songs because I sometimes find them they're always lacking something. I need a bit more of a beat going on. But with this one, I felt it worked quite well. I think his voice made it. That kind of gave it that extra excitement. It took it up the notch that I needed, even without sort of extra instrumentals going on. Yeah, just a really nice song, really well sung. There was that part towards the end where he held, what do you call it? Held a note for a long time.
High notes, okay, yeah.
I know. Yeah, really impressive. Really enjoyed that. Really good singing. Sounded like a really nice song. I'm interested to know, is it a cover that he's doing or is it his own song? I'll find out whilst you talk nonsense like I've just done.
Yeah,
maybe you'll talk more sense than me. Go on.
I doubt it. But yeah, please find out. I mean, I get the feeling, especially with comparing the previous song and this one, if we go down the route, I feel like these are probably covers. Because the reason I got a feeling of like a more like a musical kind of feel for this one, hence why I probably liked it a little bit more. And like I said, even though there was a lot going on vocally, whilst not so much instrumentally, the works it almost felt like at times. And I know I criticised one of the previous songs, the one you didn't like, with felt like there was different voices in place there. But this, where it felt like there were like it could have been like two different singers involved with that. He was that good, and it was something quite fast, in comparison to some of the others a bit slow, I feel like, but this felt a little bit faster, especially with the wording, and a part, it felt like it could have been or should have been two singers out there, and then took it up, and then those notes at the end as well, but as you said, it sort of kept you engaged, it kept you interested. So yeah, where's my favourite on the album so far? I think it's harder to say. I'm going to be swayed more to the songs I recognise, but no, this was really, really good. And it's annoying that it probably is originally a Spanish song, because I would say I would love to hear like an English version of that. But saying that, I could easily have this Spanish, the original, in this language on a playlist and still really get enjoyment out of that, despite not knowing what's going on. So yeah, really, really top performance, lovely song.
Okay, so yeah, you talked as much nonsense as me, right? Okay, so
yeah. It gave to give you time to have a look at your phone.
Yeah, right. So it translates as blue. That's all it means, blue. Azul is a song by the Mexican singer Cristian Castro from his 7th studio album with the same name, 2001. So it's a pop rock power ballad. So I presume that's probably it, would have thought.
You think that's as intended, you think, or do you think that's been changed up then?
Well, pop rock power ballad, that was not rocky at all. So if it was a ballad. So I'm thinking maybe a bit like with the Keen one, he's kind of done it,
taking it back, yeah,
like on the piano without all the rocky stuff. Possibly, we don't know. We'd have to listen to that song to see if it's the same one or not. Okay, we move on to Vivem.
No necesito más de nada, ahora que me iluminó tu amor inmenso fuera y dentro. Créeme esta vez Créeme porque, créeme y verás, no acabará más. Tengo un deseo escrito en alto que vuela ya. Mi pensamiento no depende de mi cuerpo. Créeme esta vez, créeme porque me haría daño ahora, ya lo sé. Hay gran espacio y tú y yo, cielo abierto que ella no se cierran los dos, pues sabemos lo que es necesidad. Víveme sin miedo ahora, que sea una vida, sea una hora. No me dejes libre aquí desnudo, mi nuevo espacio que ahora es tuyo, te ruego. Víveme sin más vergüenza, y aunque esté todo el mundo en contra, deja la apariencia y toma el sentido, y siente lo que llevo dentro. Y te transformas en un cuadro dentro de mí, que cubre mis paredes blancas y cansadas. Créeme esta vez, créeme porque me haría daño una y otra vez. Sí, entre mi realidad, hoy yo tengo algo más que jamás tuve ayer. Necesitas vivirme un poco más. Víveme sin miedo ahora, que sea una vida, sea una hora. No me dejes libre aquí desnudo, mi nuevo espacio que ahora es tuyo, te ruego. Víveme sin más vergüenza, y aunque esté todo el mundo en contra, deja la apariencia y toma el sentido, y siente lo que llevo dentro, es abierto en mí. La fantasía, me esperan días de una ilimitada dicha. Es tu guión, la vida mía. Me enfocas, me diriges, pones las ideas. Víveme sin miedo ahora, aunque esté todo el mundo en contra. Deja la apariencia, toma el sentido, y siente lo que llevo dentro.
Okay, so tell us what you thought of that one then.
Yeah, another great singing voice song on that one. The vibe I was getting on that one, initially I wrote down the name sort of James Morrison, but I came away a bit more from that. And
Didn't he used to play for West Brom?
He, in comparison to James, James Morrison did actually. A lot of James footballers. Didn't realise that. He did play for West Brom. That one there. But I was swaying away more from James, and was thinking just sort of generic, sort of late 90s, early noughties kind of thing, almost like a Celine Dion-esque, but not quite that, but that sort of thing. And again, just felt like I'm just sort of taken away by, just sort of, again, really sort of enjoying it without, again, as always, not knowing, understanding the lyrics there. Good range of voice. And I think probably like the previous track, where could argue in comparison to the last one, where maybe there could have been a bit more to that. I was afraid it didn't massively need that there at all. Just to get, and I think my best part of it is like, now I'm thinking these are covers, and I think to myself, well, would I want to listen to? Does it make me interested to want to hear the original? and I think yes, that's a good sign. So I like with the song that we didn't like. Did I want to hear the original? Yes, but for different reasons. But generally no. But with this one, yeah, I wanted to listen to the original, so it's probably a good sign.
Okay. Yeah, I think for me, we are getting towards the end of the album, and maybe I'm at the stage now where I'm like, okay, we'll talk more about this kind of stuff at the end when we wrap up and sum up things. So maybe it's a song I would have enjoyed more earlier on in the album, but at least it did have that real sort of powerful part where he really took it up a few gears. So yeah, like it was a well sung song with a lot of power. But I'm looking. I'd like to see a bit more variety, which like I say we'll talk about
something a bit more different. Yeah,
that at the end, which doesn't look like we're going to get with this album. So we'll move on to the last track, which is Kadake.
Siento que desde aquel momento que te vi, descifré que nunca serías para mí, que tal vez conocerte fue mi error, o quizás el amor se equivocó. Y cada que pienso en ti, se enciende mi corazón. Y nada es más triste que hoy hablar de ti. Hablar de ti, de ti, de ti. Oh, yeah. Siento que tú me cortas la respiración cada vez que te acercas solo un poco a mí, que tal vez conocerte fue mi error, o quizás el amor se equivocó. Y cada que pienso en ti, se enciende mi corazón. Y nada es más triste que hoy hablar de ti. Hablar de ti, pero esta historia tiene que parar. No entiendo esto de verdad. No tiene caso esta situación, porque esto es tan ilógico. Y cada que pienso en ti, se enciende mi corazón. Y nada es más triste que hoy hablar de ti. Hablar de ti. Hablar de ti.
So that concludes the album. So yeah, that was a really nice song. That I think, like quite a few of these songs, it allowed him to show his vocal range. You know, not too heavy on the instrumental, so his voice really was at the forefront. And yeah, a really powerful song. One of the nicer songs, I would say, or let's say nicer, one of the better songs for me on the album. It actually sounded a little bit like, I was thinking, what is it? Very, very vaguely, very only tiny little parts. It sounded a bit like "All of You" by what's his name, John Legend, but only like tiny parts.
Okay,
It didn't really, but something just reminded me of that. Anyway, so yeah, listen, it was a nice song to end the album. I wasn't really expecting it to be anything too different to that, I don't think, based on the previous 8 songs before it. So what about you? How did you find it?
Yeah, I actually, also quite like that one. Again, I feel like you have to sort of appreciate Kevz and his singing ability. So, like one of the previous tracks, another sort of high-pitched one. So I wonder if this was a female singer, because it definitely distinctly felt higher in that regards. And it was weird because it kind of had a really, I wouldn't say a strong opening, but there was a point quite early on after the piano where it went quite high and quite intense. I thought, okay. And then it sort of mellowed down again and then picked up again a little bit. Yeah, it's out of the slow sung ballads, it's definitely one of the better ones on there. But as you sort of saying, as we come to the conclusion bit from the previous one, where in the end for a short album there was quite a lot of the sort of same style songs, which again, that's Kev's style, that's fine. And you know, they were sung really well. I still really enjoyed them throughout. But as we saw from like the English covered songs, he has got in his locker. He can do. And it might be a case of if I think you might feel the same. You know, being that bit critical, maybe just one of those lovely sung, I really enjoyed ballad songs, was just changed for something a bit more, as you might put it, a bit more oomph, a bit more edginess to it. It may have been appreciated a bit more, but can't take anything away from his singing ability. And I suppose when you're an artist like Kevz and very many others who are doing covers of songs, that's your forte. But like I said, because we know he has got a little bit of a range, he's shown that, it would have been nice to see a little bit more. But I'll be more than happy to have any of those kind of songs, maybe bar the, what's her name's cover one? The Grande cover one. Ariana Grande. Maybe bar that one. But I say that, I would like to probably hear what the original was probably like. But apart from that one, I would like to take any of those and happily listen to those on a playlist, which is always in high regard. But is it an album I would rush back to listen to all the way through? No. Depending on what mood I was getting and sort of being for that one there. But I said, as individual songs, as covers, more than happy and really enjoyed listening to them.
Okay. Yeah, so thank you for that, Brett. So, yeah, for me, it was a really nice album. You know, really nice songs on there. He sung really, really well. But I just feel as though it was lacking a little bit of variety. We had 9 songs on there. We know that he can do other types of songs, like we saw with recently the reaction we did with the JoJo song with Gabrielle. That was just like a kind of typical pop song. So not everything he does is as slow as that. So, like you said, if he could have just thrown just one, like, I don't know, different style of song in there, just to really spice things up. It's another one of my trendy words that I like to use, isn't it? That could have made a bit of a difference. So, like I said, towards the end of the album, I was getting a little bit like, okay, well, I know what we're going to expect. It's going to be the same type of song, very slow. We have, a vocal sort of masterclass, but all very nice. But just on an album, I'd like to see things, see a little bit of variety. But still, not taking anything away from the songs. They were they were all, you know, nice songs. Unlike you, maybe with the exception of that Ariana Grande cover that I didn't like. I didn't think it worked. Yeah, it was nice and pleasant. So that's it from your Backstreet Gents today, your favourite YouTubers. And we will see you again soon. Yeah, we'll see you again soon. All right. All right. How do you say bye in Spanish? Adios.
Adios.
Adios, amigos. Adios, amigos.